How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Poolside Cigar Reviews with Kirk. This weekend, I'm going to be taking a look at the Aging Room T-112. This is a Thompson exclusive blend from Aging Room, which is a label from Boutique Blends, formerly Oliveros Cigar Company. This T-112 has a Dominican Habano wrapper and Nicaraguan fillers and a Nicaraguan binder, I believe. I think, well, I'll get more into what I think later. I bought a box of these a while ago, so I've smoked a lot of these. So I think my review will be pretty fair because I bought a box of these about a year ago and smoked quite a few since then. I don't know how many I have left, but I would assume I've smoked a good chunk. Now, this was a torpedo stick. Ah, shoot, I forgot to get the dimensions, but I'm going to say it's 6 or 6.5 by maybe 52. Clean tobacco taste. The wrapper is a smidge oily. Not the most beautiful wrapper. There's some decent size veins, and you can definitely see the seams, especially up around the cap. But well, actually no, the seams are pretty tight. But you know, this is an internet-only cigar. It's a Thompson exclusive. So I bought these about a year ago. I think I picked up a box for right around $60. So that's $3 a piece. So this is definitely a budget stick. And again, internet only, so you won't find this at your local shop. It's got a delicate wood, lots of leather on the first light, not too much spice. It's a little bit creamy. I think I lit it very well. There we go. Now, a little bit of cocoa coming in. It's actually a pretty complex cigar. So, I will, I'll keep smoking this and let you know what else I get out of it. But off the first light, very pleasant, and I like the flavor. So, I'm pairing that with coffee this morning. So, stick around, I'll see you in a minute. So, I'm about 40 minutes in now. Oh, about halfway through. I did look it up. This cigar is a 6 1/4 by 52, so I think my guess was right in the range of the actual. Flavor so far has been great. It's got a very complex flavor, but I haven't had any transitions. For the most part, almost no spice on this, which just goes to show you can't go by country of origin always. Just because this has Nicaraguan fillers. From Esteli and Jalapa, I think, doesn't mean it's going to be spicy because so much flavor comes from the wrapper and binder, which are both Dominican, and this is fairly Dominican in character. It's woody, it's very clean. I really like it. There was a flavor that I was really trying to pin down what it is, and I think it's like a hickory smoke, you know. Almost like a jerky or something like that you'd have, but it's not salty. It doesn't have that meaty flavor to it, like I had described in what cigar was that? That was the Camacho 10th Anniversario Edición Limitada. I think has like a meaty taste to it. This isn't terribly meaty, but it just has a little bit of hickory smoke. So hickory, leather, tobacco. Little bits of coffee. I think those are the major players. They do kind of move around a little bit, but overall, fairly straightforward. I haven't touched this up yet. You can see the burn is starting to get a little bit weird. I'll go ahead and touch that up. That's my one complaint about these cigars. And like I said, I've smoked quite a few of these, and sometimes they burn great, and sometimes they don't. They're not all that consistent. But I will say, if you just watch them, pay attention to how they're burning. If they start to do something weird, just touch it up real quick. It'll continue to burn fine. Smoke production, I wish it made a little bit more smoke. So it's not a perfect cigar, but it's a $3 stick. But I really like the flavors on these. I mean, I think this is a great tasting cigar. This is very similar to the M356. I've smoked a lot of aging room stuff. I've had the M356. I've had the F55 Quattro. I've had, I don't know what it is. It's their Connecticut shade wrapper. It's got a really like a blonde colored band on it. I think I got that for free at an event. That was decent. I've smoked some other stuff from Boutique Blends. I've smoked a lot of the swag stuff. Smoked a few different sizes from the whatever the standard line is with the maroon band. I've smoked a few cigars from their South Beach series, the Sobe, and I liked them all. Although I will say most of the guys at the B&M that I go to most often, they didn't like the swag line at all. But I liked the swag line. The only cigar that I didn't like from Aging Room was that M23. So I've smoked a lot of Aging Room, and this is right up there in quality, and I think this is most similar to the M356, which I think was rated pretty highly on the 2011 Cigar of the Year list from Cigar Aficionado. I don't know if it was in the top 10, but I think it was. The M356 is a little bit spicier. Like I said, this doesn't have much at all in the way of spice. But great flavor, and for $60 a box, I like some cheaper sticks around the house, because there are times when I want to smoke a cigar, but I don't know if I'm going to get interrupted, or if I have to put it down. If I only have 45 minutes, and I won't feel guilty putting a cheaper cigar down after that amount of time. So, I will admit that my review of a cigar does include price. And I guess I kind of weight my reviews based on price. So I'm probably a little bit more lax on this than I would be if I paid $13 for it. But in my opinion, that's fair. Because I'm not going to have the same, if I go vehicle shopping and I buy a $75,000 Mercedes, I'm going to have a little higher expectations for that than I would if I went out and bought a, $17,000 Ford Focus, That's life. But so far, this is good cigar. It's given me a great burn time. I am 45 minutes in. Wow. So, I'll keep smoking on this, and I'll come back at the end, let you know what we get. I just knocked the ash off. I hope it's not starting to canoe a little bit, but we can touch that up. So, see you in a minute with my final thoughts, so stick around. I'll be right back. So I'm about an hour and 20 minutes in now, and it's getting very soft, so I'm going to put it down. It's getting that kind of bitter tobacco, kind of harsh flavor that cigars sometimes get towards the end. It's very, very soft, like super spongy soft. And actually this week I just changed my humidifier in my humidor. I bought a Cigar, I don't have it out here. It replaced my Oasis foam block that I had, the standard humidifier that comes with pretty much every humidor. And the one that I bought said it was good for up to 250 cigar humidors. My humidor is a maybe 150, something like that. I probably have about 140 cigars in it. It's pretty full. So I use that, but right now my hygrometer isn't calibrated. I had it out of my humidor, and my my 11-month-old daughter hit the calibrate button while it was sitting out on the table, so I need to recalibrate it because it just registers as 90%. So I wonder if my cigar isn't a little bit over humidified. You know, I normally keep a very well regulated humidor, but like I said, I did have a big change this week, and I'm flying blind with no hygrometer. So I do have to wonder, because I don't remember having this experience with other aging room T-112s. I still got a great burn time. I still got great flavors up until the end here, when it just got really soft and a little warm, a little bit bitter. Overall, solid cigar. Really like the flavors all the way through. No major transitions, but still a complex flavor. This would be a great cigar to take out on the golf course, or just to have, you know, if you're just BSing with your friends, grilling out, doing whatever. This would be a fantastic cigar because it tastes great, not expensive, don't have to think about it. So if you look at it in that light for what it is it a cigar that I would necessarily want to sit down and think about? You can do that. There were some flavors that were definitely hard to pin down, but overall, enjoyed my experience, and you know, given the price point, I think it's pretty good. I would suggest that you try a couple before you buy a box. I guess that's a good suggestion for anything. But for me, I certainly don't regret my box purchase on this. I don't know if I'll buy another box, just because there's other stuff out there that I'd like to try and would like to get to know. And it is fun if you haven't bought any boxes. When you start buying boxes of cigars, it is fun because you really get to know a cigar when you smoke that many. You know I do a lot of reviews of cigars that I'm trying for the first time when I review it, which is fun, but I don't think it always gives an honest assessment of the blend, because there are inconsistencies with, you know, the way that a cigar is rolled. So if I have a bad burn on a cigar and I, you know, give it a thumbs down because I thought it was a pain to smoke, I might have just gotten a bad stick out of that batch. And if you buy a whole box, you'll know, hey, these are consistently good, but you might get a bad burn every now and then. And every cigar's like that, so you never know. But I would encourage you, you know, if you have the time, or if you're interested, if you're a serious cigar smoker, go ahead and start buying boxes, because it's just a different experience when you get to smoke a lot of a single blend and a single vitola. So, you know, that's all I really have to say about the T-112. I like it. If you like the M356, I think you'll really like this. It's a lot cheaper. It's not quite as spicy, but if you like that profile, I think this would be a good one for you. So I'll leave you with that. And thanks a lot for stopping by, everybody. I want to remind you to hit that like and subscribe button. Leave me a comment. I'll get back with you. Let me know if you have any questions about this cigar, if you'd like to see anything else reviewed, or just any general comments. I always love to hear from you. And I'd like to leave you with my advice to keep your feet in the pool, a drink in your hand, and a cigar in your mouth. Have a great week, everybody.